You are now listening to the Highly Evolved Podcast with your host, Safan. Transmission will commence momentarily.
How you guys doing? This is the Highly Evolved Podcast. My name is Safan. Before we start, I just want to say that this is a pro-patriot channel, American channel. If you're a liberal, Marxist, Democrat, please exit the channel. And all that note, guys, let's start the program, all right? If you don't know me by now, I don't like feminists. I think they're toxic to society. That's why I want to share this article that I found on the Daily Wire, right? It said that guess whose Scandinavian country ranked low on feminism, right? Let's read this article together. I'll leave the article in the description below if you're interested in reading it as well, but let's read it. There is a perception that Denmark is one of the most feminist-friendly nations in the world, so it comes to no small surprise that a new study founded in April. A new study founded in a poll of 23 countries asking women if they consider themselves to be feminists. Denmark came in the near to the bottom of the list. Wow, I'm surprised by this. This is my first time actually reading this article. I hadn't read this before. I just read it right now. Right? I can't believe Denmark is one of the bottom of the barrel when it comes to feminism. I'm surprised. This is a reaction right now. All right? But let's continue with the article. The poll conducted by YouGov Cambridge Globus Project in partnership with The Guardian found only 1/6 of Danes thought they were feminists. Moreover, 1/3 of Danes was just fine with men wolf whistling at women. Additionally, only roughly 40% of Danes support the Me Too movement. 40%. That's not a majority. That's a minority, to be exact. Technically, it's a minority. All right. One 37-year-old Danish woman told The Guardian, quote, "It's a difficult question. What is a modern feminist? I don't want to be equal to all sexes." Yeah, because you would rather stay at home, do nothing instead of work. But let's continue. She said of wolf whistling, right? "I don't mind so long as it's done in a nice way. I see as it's a compliment. Actually, a lot of Danish women say they would like a man to be more like a Southern European and tell you how nice you look," unquote. Wow, I'm surprised. Reich Anderson, professor of communication study of Roskilde University, told The Guardian, quote, "We have a culture where what you say isn't racist or sexist if you don't intend to be." Right. That's my own claim. If it's not intentional, it goes by the phrase, if it doesn't apply, let it slide. All right. If you're not one of them, just let it slide. If you don't consider yourself a racist, right? If you don't consider yourself a racist or sexist, right? And somebody call you that, that's their opinion. As long as you don't consider yourself that, all right? The only opinion that matters is your opinion, not nobody else's. All right? Nobody else's opinion matters to them but your own, all right? Everybody else's opinions matter to themselves. All right, but let's continue. You can grab women, but as long as you did it because it was fun, then culturally we tend to think it is not bad, unquote. She added, "A lot of people have been writing about whether it's really true that women are being harassed, or that women are being too sensitive, and they have focused on a lot of what would happen to a man who has been falsely accused," unquote. The article goes on and saying, a poll found that 46% of Swedes regard themselves as feminists. A Daily Mail note, quote, "This is not the first time the country's stance on female equality has fallen under scrutiny. In 2014, a study conducted by the Fundamental Rights Agency found that 47% of Danish women had suffered violence since the age of 15, unquote. As the Malmö As the Mummer has previously reported, feminism is not strong in Denmark. I am so surprised. If any country that would be strong on feminism, I would think it would be Denmark. That's my opinion. All right, but let's continue. In 2011, the Swedish preschool, I can pronounce Egalia, caught international attention by abandoning the gender-specific pronouns him and her. Instead, all children referred to as hen. What the hell? I did not know this. That's what they do? They they call them hen. All right. Hen is quickly becoming normalized term in Sweden language and was included in Sweden dictionary last year. Unsurprisingly, the controversial school invite mockery from its snickering neighbor across the Oresund. I can't pronounce that. That's Swedish. Oresund, Oresun, Oresund. Only 27% of Dane identified as feminists versus 52% of Sweden, according to recent poll by their program, the Batten. Right. London Station report in March. Many recognize Scandinavian as the most gender equality region in the world. Still, Denmark ranked 14 gender equality index of the World Economic Forum, WEF. Far from neighbor Norway, Finland, Sweden, that are among the top 5 according to the feminist lawyer Denon. Abroad, members of every sexist program, Denmark, there is more key factors to that constrain the Danish society, and particularly into becoming more equal. You have a society where everyone agree we are living equal, then it get challenging. Then get challenging to talk about problems we still have. Said Donen. I can't pronounce that word. All right, let's end up the article. So, wow, Denmark. So, basically, out of all the Scandinavian countries, between Sweden, Finland, Norway, Denmark is the least feminist. And then I could relate to that because I know a guy from Denmark, and he's really chill. He's really down to earth. When I compare to him and somebody else from Norway, I know somebody from Norway as well, right? It seems like he's more from my perspective. I can't say for anybody else's perspective that Denmark is more chiller. They're more down to earth. They're more understanding. They're more, let's say, I don't want to say American, but more westernized, right? But they are somewhat socialistic point of view. But I think between all my friends I know from Denmark and from Norway, right? I think they're the chillest, all right? But I'm surprised Denmark is the least feminist country out there, all right? And if you don't know, there's a lot of MGTOWs over there. If you don't know what MGTOW is men going their own way, and it's like a movement that men are trying to better themselves in society instead of focus on women. So I guess that's why that they don't really consider themselves affected by these feminists so much. But yeah. To let you know to let you know that this podcast is not funded by any outside interference. So Google's not sponsoring me. So I'm bound to say anything I want. And if you support what I do, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not taking in donations. So if you like what I do, please share a lot. And I just want to bring this article to let you guys know that I just want to share that it's very interesting that Denmark is not as socialist as, not socialist, as feminizing. Because feminists are really, in my point of view, they're very detrimental. They're the leading causes of using men as scapegoats, like the Antifa movement. Antifa movement, there's a lot of feminists in there, right? They use men, they objectify men, they use men as their scapegoat, to use them as their powerhouse, right? To do all this violent movement for them. And due to the society right now, the number one contributor to this anarchy, because these feminists, they're agent of chaos, right? They're the most reason why society are collapsing right now, because due to them. They're agent of chaos. But let me know if you agree with my thoughts. That's why I think I don't hate all women. I just dislike the feminist women. All right, these untraditional feminist people that that's bad for society. All right, but let me know you agree. I don't hate women. Let's say that I'm not a masculinist or whatever it is, but I think women are vital to a healthy society. But the one that we don't need are the feminist one out there. But I don't know, guys. Thanks for listening. If you want to support what I do, please subscribe to my channel. YouTube's try to ban me, and I'm not bound by any outside interference. And once again, I'm not taking any donation. I want to wake up the world. The mission to this channel is to wake up the world. All right. On that note, guys, thanks for listening. This is the Highly Evolved Podcast. And on that note, guys, peace.